Hey guys, good morning. It's Sonia. Just drink more coffee, Sonia. You can't even say your name. Good morning. It's Sonia on this beautiful Tuesday morning. A little bit what's it like where you guys are? It's a little bit dark, overcast. I can hear the town taking the garbage here in the neighborhood this morning. Just really quiet. I don't even hear any birds out there this morning. It's just a dark kind of morning here. How is it where you guys are today? Good morning, Naomi. Are you waking up like me, getting ready to get set and ready, set, and hit the day? That's so funny. I couldn't even say my name this morning, Naomi. So it's totally okay. You were closer than I was. Hey, Lisa. Good morning. Christy and Rain, there where you are as well. Yep. It's one of those days where you just honestly wish you could sleep in. But we got lots to do, right? We got lots to do. It does feel good to get up and to be productive and get stuff done. Oh, you're getting ready for bed. That's right, because you're on the other side of the world. You're from the future. Naomi's from the future, guys. Candy says, sun is out, still cold at the beach. Yesterday was beautiful here. It was, I think I went out, I was in the car and I saw the thermometer in the car. It said it was somewhere around 67 degrees, like by the end of the day. So I know it got really, really warm throughout the day. Good morning, Chris. As you guys pop on. Oh, yeah, Naomi, she's 12 hours in front of us. I told you she's from the future. Ask all the future questions from Naomi. I always find that so weird. I was talking to somebody about it yesterday about how, you're from the future. So today I thought over coffee, we could talk a little bit about Instagram, change things up a little bit, and focus on that particular platform. So I'm curious, from those of you who are watching on replay or watching real time right now, are you on Instagram? Let me know. Barb says she's back from the South and she's catching up on videos. Good for you. So who is on Instagram at this point? You guys know that Junk Monkey Paint Company is definitely on Instagram. And I try to post on Instagram every day, every single day. I mean, I think the more times you post, if you had to ask me, Sonia, what's a rule of thumb for posting on Instagram? I'm going to tell you that if you can post 1 to 2 times a day, you can post once a week, right? If you want to do that, it's just that your growth might be a whole lot slower. If you're trying to pick up more followers, and what you'll find on Instagram, as it can happen with a lot of different platforms, like we talked even here on YouTube a while back, that when you hit a magic number of 10,000 followers on Instagram, then you get some extra bells and whistles that can be really helpful in business. And so a lot of people, strive and set a goal for 10,000 followers. But we'll get into more of that. Today, I just kind of wanted to talk about the basics of Instagram, ask if you guys have an Instagram account, and talk a little bit about what I know about it. Celeste says, I started on Instagram before Facebook. Good. So do you feel good? Do you feel like you have a good Instagram game at this point? If you have any good tips, be sure, Celeste, to throw them out as we're going. And likewise, when we're talking on any subjects, if you guys are already into it, face and eyes, and, it's rocking and rolling, by all means, throw out anything you want to say about good, things that can help other people grow. So Instagram is owned by Facebook. I think they paid somewhere around like $1 billion and they bought Instagram. And so there's been some changes with Instagram. I mean, when you think a parent company buys another company, a lot of times they will put their principles, their values, the way they work, their, SOPs, all that stuff. Even if it doesn't happen right at the very beginning, sometimes you can see that, right, that morph take over. And so there has been some changes with Instagram. But I really think that Instagram is a great place to market your business. And I'll tell you why in just a second. Well, the very fact that there's something like, what is it? I think it's like 1 billion users on Instagram monthly. But they're a different sort of audience. So you have to go where the people are, as I always say, right? Celeste says, I can't seem to increase followers like I did at first. Yep, it's definitely had some changes. I gain new and at the same time lose followers. So we'll talk about, let's devote the next couple of days about how to, if you want to call them Instagram hacks or things that definitely boost, because Instagram has an algorithm as well, right? It has a robot behind it that detects what you post, that decides whether or not it's going to promote it, not promote it, all those things. But today, let's just talk about the platform itself, because it is a good platform. And if you have not set yourself up with Instagram, definitely do an Instagram for business. And I would encourage you to do so. You can just go to Instagram.com and start there. It just gives you the shell of creating an account, or, through your phone as well if you want to do that. Jan says she vlogs on Instagram with her house addition remodel. There are so many people on Instagram. Instagram is known as being like the visual place. Have you ever been on Instagram before? Has everybody been on Instagram and you see the grids that when you search for something, you see pictures, right? So that is why, especially if you are creative, but it can apply to any business because you can take a great picture no matter what line of business that you're in, right? So as long as you can take a good picture, it is the space, the platform that is created for pictures. So this is where a picture speaks 1,000 words. You can be very successful. You will be successful on Instagram if you can take a good photo and good lighting, because it's the picture that pull people in. So that is where you really have to put your superpower and think about what you want to put on Instagram. It is amazing that after you've been on Instagram for a long time and you're picking pictures of, like, to put on your timeline of what you've created and kind of how your business has grown, you can look back and it is like an archive. So think about that. It's like a picture archive, and you get to put in what you put into there. There are people that, what I call, get all crazy with the cheese whiz. And yes, you can do planning apps that you can literally grid out your photos. Have you ever seen that before, where people grid out their photos to, like, just create pictures within the picture grid? That is like a whole other level. Okay. I'm just talking about, learning to be on Instagram and making an impact just by posting regularly, right? That you can, and you don't have to go anything crazy. So when we talk about doing a project, or you're involved in a project and you're selling something for your store, whatever, it doesn't matter, take a bunch of photos and then take one of those photos and put on Instagram. Take another one of those photos and put on Facebook. And remember, it's always good to start with a platform to be able to sell your business from, to market your business. Start with the platform that you know best, that comes very easy to you, that if you were sitting somewhere right now, it would be very easy for you to jump on it. It doesn't seem overcomplicated, because you're going to get overwhelmed and feel overcomplicated if you're trying to learn everything all at once. That's why I say master one thing first, right? One platform, and then move on to the next. And so Facebook and Instagram are great platforms to work on, because the fact that they're owned by the same company, and now they're also linked together. So you can link up both your business Facebook and your business Instagram. Hello, Sonia's been telling you from the very beginning to get a Facebook business page. All right. If you haven't done it, don't be down the road going, man, a year later, I wish I did it, because in a year you can see so much growth that you're going to potentially miss out on, right? Just do it now. Do it from the start, because that's how you unlock all these potential things that are going to help grow your business. You're holding yourself back if you don't do that. If you have in your mind that you want to grow this, for the rest of the years ahead, if you want to grow this into a successful career and do this and make great money and, do it in retirement, do it well, and do it with the right things that you're supposed to do, right? So you can set up Facebook business, Instagram business, link them together. And that makes it even easier, because even at the very baby steps, if I were you starting an Instagram account, I would definitely start with just the account. And if you don't have time you're still learning the bells and whistles, learn how, when you post on Facebook, just to send it over to Instagram. Okay. So you're starting to populate a feed, because that feed is beautiful. Because what happens is we'll talk about in a second about, giving people a reason to follow you. But once they follow you, like, they're going to be able to see all the pictures, all those beautiful things that you've uploaded. And that's the archive of your business, right? And that will dictate to them whether or not they go ahead and they give you a follow. That's what's called a follow over there, or not. So getting those pictures right is important, right? And also, remember, we talked about in January about getting a good profile picture, right, for your Facebook page. So this is March, all right? So if you're keeping up with the program, you should by now, okay, this is month 3, have figured out a good picture that you can use to represent yourself, right? And just a good professional light that indicates what it is that you do. So when people land on your social media pages, they don't have to try really hard to figure out what it is that you stand for. Make it easy for people. And if they stumble across your page, you're over there, throwing out things like hashtags and writing amazing content and posting amazing pictures. when they do come onto your social media, how many people are jumping back off because they can't figure it out what it is that you do? Because maybe you're doing a million one things and you haven't figured out how to specialize in an area. You haven't figured out the photo just yet, right? All those things come together to help people really quickly make a judgment, make a quick decision whether or not they're going to give you that thumbs up, that follow, that like, or whatever it is. Chris says, if I don't have something new to post, I go back and post an old photo. Absolutely. That's the beauty about Instagram, is that people will find old stuff because it's just a matter of the hashtags and the description that you use, because somebody can, once you get the history of posting there and you've done it consistently, and we're going to talk about more about this going forward, but what happens is there's more of a likelihood of people finding you. So if I painted a picture, let me try to think about something. If I posted a picture about, I don't know, shabby flowers or something like that, right? There's more people besides me that love shabby flowers. And what's going to happen, and maybe like yesterday I posted one of my paintings with my shabby flowers on Instagram, right? So down the road, somebody looks up shabby flowers and they type it in. And you know what? Then you hope that with the right hashtags that you use, the description that you use, you show up in that search. They're drawn in by your photo. They click on the photo, they get the details, and they see your name, right? Then what happens is they click your name. And now they're on your wall, your Instagram wall. And they're going to see the profile picture. They're going to see the description, or what's called the about me, and they're going to see your grid of photos. And that's why you got to make sure you get the picture correct. So I want you today, your homework for today is to pull out a picture and make sure you've got a good one. If you figured out the good one to use on your Facebook, it's a great idea to also use it on your Instagram. That way people can, when they find you across the platforms, it'll feel like it matches up. And people will know that they found the right person. So that's always good to be consistent that way. That's really, really important. And I also want you to work on, we'll talk about tomorrow about your bio and your description, but also today, start focusing on, you only get 150 characters to put in what your about is. Like, what would you say about yourself in 150 characters? Think about that. Candy says, I actually find Instagram so much easier than Facebook. Go figure. Yeah, see? Because we're all wired differently. Just go to a place where you feel like it feels good for you to work with it. Now, Instagram, the last time I checked on their statistics, they said that ages 24, I think it was 24 to 35, somewhere in that age range, that's the typical age of people who are on Instagram. So if you're looking to make, honestly, from a marketing point of view, this is how some people in marketing think, man, if I'm looking to make a lifelong loyal follower, if I can find somebody that obviously fits my age bracket of my business, I can find them when they're 24 to 34, and maybe they'll become a lifelong buyer of my product and continue, right? There's definitely a younger age base on Instagram. So the very fact that you have a product, you have to ask yourself, this is the most important question if you're doing it for business, would somebody who's 24 to 35 on average, like, is that a good age band for you? Would what you have be a good fit for somebody who is in that age range, right? So for me at Junk Monkey Paint Company, which I don't even think I introduced myself, I just kind of like coughed my name at the very beginning, like messed it up. Sonia with Junk Monkey Paint Company. If I had to ask myself at Junk Monkey Paint Company, would 24 to 34 be a good age? Well, yeah, it would, because I'm all about, just basically making your home beautiful on a budget, right? And when do people typically look at buying homes, right? Or getting their very first home? Yeah, 25 to 35. Yes, absolutely. I'm thinking back when I was 25 to 35 and I first got my own apartment and I wanted to decorate it. And I was always out hunting for stuff that was cheap, but beautiful, that fit my style. So for me, absolutely. Now you have to ask yourself, with what you do, with people on that platform in that specific age band, would that be a good fit for you as well? And that is how you want to think about it from a marketer standpoint. But remember, there's more ages of people on there. It's just in general known to be as just a like 24 to 35 age band represents the most the most ages of people who are on there, right? So that's kind of how you want to think about it. Gian says, I need to link them. I had it linked to my personal page and it was too much. Now I need to link it to my business page. Yes. Yep. One of the things that as you grow, you'll really want to separate business and your life. Otherwise, you'll you'll feel like there is no separation. And it is I think it's very healthy to have your own life and your business life. And sometimes at the very beginnings, you don't feel it just yet, but as you grow, then you really, really appreciate doing that, right? It's where you can be yourself and have your own space. It's just very good for your mental health. Oh, good, Jan. Just linked her Insta to her business page. Good for you. So, yeah, so the main things are your profile picture, your about section, 150 characters. Okay, we're going to talk about that particular section tomorrow. What I want to do is start talking about like different parts of Instagram today. I'm just kind of giving you an overview, telling you that if you want to be on Instagram, this is a great day to do homework and get set up. Okay, so that as we talk about it, you can tweak what you need to tweak, and then you can get rocking and rolling from here. So you can tag people on Instagram, you can DM, direct message people on Instagram. If you ever see the abbreviation IG, that's the Instagram. That is Instagram. Just to let you know, if you ever wondered about that. And hashtags, right? Like, how do hashtags work? How do you use them? How do you select a good hashtag? Why would I want to use them? So those are the kinds of things that we're going to talk about coming up. But getting the Instagram account is very, very easy. It's free. And as you grow, it's a great platform to be on. Let me see if there's any questions here. If you guys have any good questions about Instagram, this is a great video to leave them on, because as I talk about Instagram the next couple of days, I can be sure to cover it. Good, Candy. She says, as soon as I create a listing on Etsy, I take a photo and actually get new followers every time. That's awesome. Good for you. Naomi says, I do the same on Etsy to Pinterest. Absolutely. We're going to talk about those platforms too. Lisa says, can you discuss Linktree? I most certainly can. Let's see here. And Barb is getting better on her Facebook. Good deal. She says she's doing her first mini video today. So who's been playing around? Last week I did 2 tutorials, one on iMovie and one on the Filmora Wondershare. Who out there has watched it and has tried their hand at creating a video? And how is that working for you? By the way, yesterday when I got off the live here, I realized that, remember how we said Mondays are going to be like our motivation Mondays? And we were going to all figure out what I will do this week. And so I got off and I'm like, gosh, darn it. So let's set it up this week with something that you will do. Like, what is something that you want to get accomplished this week? Don't let the week go by, because one week turns into another week. You know, set yourself a goal for something that you want to accomplish this week and say it out loud. Post it if it helps you. I will get this accomplished. And then at the end of the week, I'll ask you if you got it done. Stay on track. And it's when you get those wins and you start meeting those goals that you feel so good. Celeste said, I just started on Instagram searching out interior designs and sending a message introducing myself, finding it helpful. How does the Instagram algorithm work, and any hacks? Yes, absolutely. There are things that you can do on Instagram that will definitely promote you and fast track your growth, which is what we're going to be talking about over the next couple days. Chris has created a mood board to follow a few weeks ago for my Instagram, and now, oh, your Instagram feed looks more cohesive. I think a big part to making your Instagram cohesive, remember how we've talked about not being all over the map, like one day selling bags and one day, I don't know, selling something else over here, cupcakes, and just unless you can really bring it together. Some things can be brought together, but if you're just, you know, doing things, just trying to make money, and they're really not all relevant to each other in some sort of way, or it doesn't make sense for you as a person in your business, then it can be very confusing. Instagram can be is a visual clue When you're on Facebook, you see all the posts, and the posts could be about, when you go to somebody's page, they're sporadic, they're all over the map. What is it that this person actually does? Okay, so you're trying to read through the post. Because Instagram is so visual, you'll see pictures, and that's why your brain is able to click and go, oh, this is a cool cat to follow, because I see what he or she is doing here, because this is right up my alley, right? You have to give people a reason to follow you. So if you're trying to be everything to everyone, it's going to be hard to attract your ideal customer, because you've got so much going on. So if your Instagram feed is not feeling cohesive, and you feel like you've got all kinds of things that don't relate to each other, it might be a clue that maybe you've got a lot going on in your business and you need to streamline it. You need to figure out who your customer is, exactly what you're selling, right? And why you do what you do here. Candy says, oh, good, Chris. Did you enjoy using iMovie? A lot of YouTubers use iMovie to create some really nice movies the more you use it. And obviously, on the difference between your phone and like a laptop or desktop is that you get more features with it, but you get you get the basic things of what you need to do on your phone, which is awesome. But yeah, there are a lot of great creators that love iMovie and that have never moved on to any other thing that looks like NASA control, right? To the bigger paid platforms or software, I should say, because iMovie just fills what they need. Candy says, yesterday after listing a new item, a customer from mine from a few weeks ago ended up buying the item. The stars align. Very, very nice. And that's what happens the more people that you get when you work on your social media. And, you know, I know that social media can make you want to bang your head against the wall sometimes, or you think that it is, but you're just not using it right. You know, sometimes it's user error and it's not the platform. It's just that you need to be more informed on how to use it. And it's the people that know that are going to be more successful. But basically, the more time you spend on places like Instagram and Facebook, those are two big platforms. We've talked about YouTube as well. You know, and we're going to continue to talk about more platforms as we continue to head down the road of our morning chats here. But the more you're posting consistently, not a whole lot, just 1 or 2 times a day on Instagram, right? The more that you're posting, you're going to be picking up people. And the more people that you're picking up that find you and go, I want to follow you, the greater chance that you have of selling something. It really becomes like a numbers game, right? You get the social proof, more people start coming, they see what they like. And therefore, if you have more people in the crowd, if I did a marketing type thing right here, and I said, all right, everybody come sit here in this library, and I'm going to talk about something that I have for sale, and only 3 people show up, okay? Well, there's only 3 potential sales that I could have. That's if everybody says yes. If I have a gathering in this room as a sales pitch, as an example, just to kind of break it down very simple for you guys, and 20 people show up. Now I have the ability, the prospects of having 20 sales if I do a good job, right? But we know not everybody buys. Remember, we talked about this week, just a no might just be no, not now, not to take it personal. Later, they might buy from you and they might learn from you and come back on a day and buy from you that you weren't expecting, which is a great day to have a great sale, right? But it's all when it comes, that's why you should focus on growing your social, because the more people that you have watching what you're doing, there's more people in the room listening when you pitch, when you tell people the product, the service, the solution that you have that can help them, right? And that is what it comes down to. And that is why we want to spend time learning the ways, what we call the growth hacks, and learning the ways, you know, organically, that just doing good things on each platform that gets us the best response from people. Valerie says, I've started a YouTube channel so she can practice with iMovie, very basic on some. That's awesome. On some of the beautiful sites in Maine. It's called Life at Cedar Grove Creations. I'll have to check that out. It's not going to be a secret anymore. We're all going to check it out. Jan says, she played with video the other day but messed up. She's going to go back and redo it. Yep. She's going to take some time finding some good music. Yes. When I get into the music world, what I tend to do is I'll get in and I'll batch it out, right? So I'll download a bunch and put it into a folder, like music that sounds like the kind of music that I would like, that just sits well with it. You have a gut reaction of what you like. And that way, as you go forward, it makes it easier because you've already done that, right? And you can go grab it again. Barb says, I wanted to post after being away and decided a picture wouldn't do. So you did a mini video. It was scary, but one and done. And Barb's still here to tell the tale. You just saw her, right? That's why I always say, doing a video, you're only going to get better at it. You'll be here to talk about it on the other side, right? You're able to go, okay, I get a little bit better now. Congratulations, good for you. That is like one of the biggest steps when you put yourself out there. I'm very proud of you. Valerie says that is how mine is. I'm struggling with what my niche is. Yes, finding out what it is that, you can have multiple channels and do multiple things, but if for the business part, the part that you're going to monetize, figure out what you have that is definitely going to be marketable, right? That what is the thing? Out of all the things that you do, we talked about how we can be good at different things, especially as a creative. Boy, we're good at different things, right? We can get sidetracked because we have a love of a lot of stuff, right? The world needs us. We're the thinkers, the dreamers. We're the people with the imagination, and we're always thinking about something. That's a cool thing about what we do. So when it comes to monetizing it, sometimes we have to struggle a little bit harder because there's a lot of things, right? And there's no reason as you grow that you can't grow, and this is one thing too that I'll leave you with, is that when you start off in business, trying to be everything to everyone is hard, right? Think about it like a pizza, right? If you're going to put all the toppings on the pizza right now, chances are there's going to be somebody in the room that's going to go, I don't like pineapple. I don't know how you can't like pineapple. Although somebody right now in this room is going, are you crazy? Pineapple doesn't belong on pizza. If you're putting all the toppings on your pizza right now, and it can be like a slew of toppings, meaning you got your hands on a lot of different things, people can get very turned off by that because they don't want your pizza, right? Start off with the basic cheese pizza, okay? And let's go from there because pretty much everybody loves pizza, right? Let's start with a nice cheese pizza and build up from there with our toppings. So you can love a lot of toppings, right? But your audience might not be into that. They might be like, no, can't do it. Can't figure out what you stand for. What kind of pizza did you serve up to me? I'm going to go for somebody else's pizza, right? Because there I know what I'm going to get because it just makes more sense to them. But as you grow, all right, as you grow in business, but trying to establish yourself off in the beginning and by being a million things is not going to serve you or your audience. But then as you grow and you get bigger and you feel like you've now, like people know you for this thing, and then it makes sense to start bringing in something else, then you can do that. But it's when you start off all at the very beginning that it gets really, really hard to grow in business. Chris says, Candy, save it to your camera roll and upload it from there. Yep. Barb says, I've done craft shows forever, having trouble paring it down. She's talking to Valerie. Jan says, pineapple and bacon and onions on pizza. I know, right? Hey, I'm all about it, Jan. Anytime you want to do a pineapple pizza. Valerie says the struggle is real. I love to do so many things, and then I find something new. Yep. So stay in your lane. What have you sold at this point that somebody has told you, that they bought from you, that they've told you that you do a beautiful job at? How about you start there? When you look at that, whatever that thing is in your life, before you go on and do a million other things, because I know you can, because that's just the way we're wired. But, just because you can doesn't mean that you should, right? Come back to that and go, okay. Just like a grocery store that's known for, this is where I go get my groceries. Just like a gas station is known, this is where I go get my gas, right? What will people come to you for? And going back to our topic today on Instagram and saying that this is what we're going to be talking about over the next few days. Today, your homework is to go ahead. If you want to be part of the Instagram growth and what we're going to be talking about going forward, do some homework today, right? Go to Instagram and set yourself up with a business account, and we'll start from there, okay? So start yourself up with a business account on Instagram, and remember, in 150 characters, what would you say about what you do? And this is why it's going to be easier for you to fill in the blanks when you figure out what you do. So you know what you do. Now you have to really pare it down to 150 characters, letters, right? And beetroot on hamburgers. Naomi, I try beets on hamburgers, okay? Yes, I had a friend from Australia invite me over and tell me that I should try beets on hamburgers. And I tested it, and it was actually very, very good. We did a whole bunch of toppings. I'm the person that can put a ton of Yeah, I like a lot of things. Like I like casseroles and I like food, touching food. So I am all about it. Good. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, it's 9:30 and I know we've all got a ton of things to do today. So start thinking about your Instagram game and get ready because we're going to talk about that the next few days. Get the most basic Instagram account set up for yourself. Pull like business account, basic in terms of pull over a good photo of yourself to put over there. Write what you would go ahead for an intro for a bio. We'll talk about your bio because your bio is so important. And I'll give you best tips for what you should put into it tomorrow. But start with the shell. All right. If you can today upload a photo to it, let's start doing that. Very nice. Yes, and you guys are more than welcome. If you have an Instagram account, please go ahead and put your Instagram handle. Okay, whatever is your what you call. Like mine is Junk Monkey Paint Company. What is your Instagram called? If you guys want to take a moment before I shut this video down here today, and you guys can go ahead and leave that here in the chat. Go for it. Thank you, Judy. The same to you, my friend. We're getting everybody's, or not, yeah, today I'll have everybody's pre-orders of the champagne poly, the peat, right? Sweet peat, champagne poly, polyacrylic, metallic polyacrylic. That's what I'm trying to say. My brain just can't quite say it today. So I'm going to go finish up that to get it out to everybody who was on the list. Yay. I will get it done today. I will get it done today. The post office might not like when they see all the packages, but I will get it done today. So that's what I'm about to go turn my my attention to. Okay, good deal. Everybody's putting up their Instagram handles. Absolutely. Jan, I remember packing yours. Yours is on its way. Yes. Nice. Keep doing that, guys. I'll stay here for a moment so everybody can see them. And then tomorrow we'll do the same as well. We'll start off and I'll do a call for everybody because you guys should all be going today and creating your shell of your Instagram account, right? And then tomorrow when we come back on, everybody can say what their page name is. Look at you guys go. I can't wait to check your pages out. Very nice. Candy says, yep, we're going to see everybody now on Instagram. You betcha. Jan, I'm really interested in seeing your makeover and what you've been doing down there in West Virginia. Oh, good. Chris is on her way. Nice. Yep, that's all you need, Pam. She says that's what hers is right now, just a shell right now and starting over. That's exactly right. Just to start off. So you gotta have some place to start off from. Good for you. All right, friends, with that, I think the mail is here. My mail is here. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow morning, and we're going to dive a little deeper into Instagram. But today, I just kind of talked about Instagram to get over there, why you'd want to get over there, who is over there, and also focusing on creating just the shell, right? And we're going to go deeper into Instagram going forward. So brace yourselves. Instagram is coming. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Have a wonderful day. Please do something that moves your business forward today, not backwards, not stand still. You hold the power to do something that will move your business forward. A hurdle that you've been trying to get over, there's something right now that you've been procrastinating, but yet you know that you need to do. All right, today's the day. Let's get it done so we can all move forward. Awesome. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow. See you guys. Bye.